NASA once lost a satellite because of a mismatch of imperial and metric units. Game audio is also full of traps like this, where two options exist. Both seem legit, but only one leads to success. Currently, there are two common sampler rates of digital signal, 44.1 kHz and 48 kHz. And it doesn't really matter all that much which of these rates is chosen, as long as both sender and receiver use the same one. But when there is a mismatch, the pitch will shift, the tempo of music will change, and the voices and live instruments will sound less natural. The problem is that any mismatch would not be immediately obvious. The file sizes, the timing, but also the audio would not be off too much at the first glance, especially to the people on the team who did not create the contents, but who are implementing it in the game. And so, audio artists out there, make sure to listen to your music and sound effects once they are in the build. Let's do a little experiment. Listen to the following examples and see if you can spot the sounds that are being played at the wrong sample rate. You will hear pairs of sound. In each pair, one of the sounds will be correct, while the other will be either too fast or too slow. Why don't you put your guesses on a paper and also mark down how certain you will have been on each of your answers. Alright, pause the video now to get a pen, starting in 3, 2, 1.
Where's the money? There's certainly no way you would ya? Where's the money? There's certainly no way you would ya?
And here are the answers. The easiest to spot are well-known recordings with lots of voices and live instruments. Less known music on acoustic instruments is way more difficult to tell, but we still can hear that something is off after a while. The vibrato will be too slow or fast, the singers will seem either too energetic or sleepy, etc. As far as synthetic or experimental music is concerned, you simply will not know without an external reference. And white noise will sound exactly the same, only the timing will differ. Most audio data formats contain an explicit sample rate value, and most audio middleware solutions automatically resample to the target sample rate. But even today, sometimes this information does get lost or ignored in your signal chain. For example, Elias Adaptive Music Engine plays all sounds at the sample rate specified in the project settings. No automatic conversion is done, and so if you provide files with the wrong sample rate, they will not sound right. Notice that no information on the mismatch is displayed on screen. I'm currently using my Zoom H1n to record this video in the USB audio interface mode, and when used in Windows 10, it would sometimes report as a 48 kHz device, and then it would play at 44.1 kHz. And relatively modern CD burning software once ignored the 48 kHz sample rate and burned the recording at 44.1, and I only found out when the music was playing from the CD player at the party I went to. Great for vaporwave, but not good for reliable audio. So remember, these are the three most important parameters of any game audio project: the budget, the location of the coffee machine, and the project's audio sample rate. Please like and subscribe, and consider supporting the series of videos on Patreon. And as always, huge thanks to my existing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.